The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com. My friends, Alex Jones here to tell you about some of the most important information concerning you and your family's health. Radiation levels have more than doubled in the last 60 years in the Northern Hemisphere from all of the nuclear testing and radiological accidents. Radioactive contamination is now in most of the food supply. There's only two ways to avoid this. Move south of the equator or properly protect your thyroid with Nascent Iodine. Looking to protect my family, I've done deep research. Nascent Iodine is the purest, cleanest, absolute best form of iodine to protect yourself and your family. It's made right here in the USA, completely non-GMO. I searched out the best quality and now have developed a double-strength form of Nascent Iodine, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Nascent Iodine is on record as one of the only safe ways to detox from fluoride poisoning. Survival Shield Nascent Iodine. Secure your super high-quality Nascent Iodine today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com. Introducing Pro One. All of your filtration in one system, portable, on the go. No more do you have 2 or 3 filters to just reduce sodium fluoride. You have a system that cuts out the sodium fluoride and up to 95% of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Advanced manufacturing technology combines silver-impregnated white ceramic with new Aquamedics advanced media for removal of fluoride and other heavy metals, all in one filter element. It is the only one that does it, and out of the gates, we have it discounted at 10% off with promo code WATER. This is the only system that in one unit helps reduce or remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, ammonia, and chlorine, hydrofluorosilicic acid, the most common form of fluoride not covered by other fluoride filter brands, and sodium hexafluorosilicate. Get your Pro Pure with the new Pro One filters today at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139.
We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
Joining us for the next half hour, then we'll go back to the live march for the Second Amendment at South by Southwest to cover a bunch of geopolitical news from Ukraine to the missing Malaysian flight and a lot of other breaking news. Looks like a gas main explosion there in Harlem. 2 dead, hundreds wounded. Sarah, prayers for those folks. Thank God it wasn't some type of terror attack. I remember back when Clinton was in office and the Monica Lewinsky thing was going on and Drudge was breaking that. There were all these other women he was settling with who said that he had like bit them and slapped them around and raped them. Other women that said he had groped them, done all these different things. But most of them didn't have the courage to, to go public. Some people that had documented it got beaten up, got hurt, got their legs broken. That came out in different films like the Clinton Chronicles. But Target, caught in the crosshairs of Bill and Hillary Clinton, Kathleen Willey. She was a White House aide who in 1998 alleged on 60 Minutes that Bill Clinton had sexually assaulted her in 93 during his first term as president. She had been subpoenaed to verify and testify in the Paula Jones sexual harassment case where he perjured himself, obviously. According to Willey, during a meeting in the private study of the Oval Offices, Clinton had basically jumped on her. And, of course, she got away. It was still traumatic, but, I mean, Clinton reportedly settled stuff that was vicious. And the issue is we've seen Bill Maher and others come out and say, oh, don't touch that. That makes Hillary look like a victim. No, it doesn't. Hillary's a predator in a political marriage. And, the whole issue is we're sick of the Clintons. And she joins us now to talk about her experience with Hillary Clinton and what it's like, the deja vu of 2 Clinton terms, co-president Hillary. Now, Obama's like a 3rd and 4th Clinton term. If Hillary runs and wins a 5th, 6th dynasty, I mean, why not have, Jeb Bush? I mean, they're talking about running. I mean, can we just get away from these 2 families? But with the Clintons, it's really bad. So, plus she's been persecuted by them. What is it like to know that they just never get out of power? Kathleen, thanks for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to be here.
Why don't you recap for folks that don't remember the lore of the 90s, all the things that happened, what you went through, other women, and then what it's like for you?
Well, it's been an interesting journey. A lot of it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but the reality of what happened to me is that during a family crisis, a financial crisis, I went to see the president. I was working there at that time, and I asked him for a job. I was a volunteer at that point, and I just went to him as a friend. He was a friend of both of ours. We raised a lot of money for him, and I just said, I've got a crisis, and I need help, and I can't be a volunteer anymore. And he has the reputation of picking women who are vulnerable. So he's really good at it. And I was that day. I was upset. I was crying. I couldn't get answers from anybody. And that's when he jumped on me. And well, let's just say I was surprised. And it was unwelcome. And I really don't want to go into all the details of it. It's in my book. I've told it a lot. But anyway, when I got home, I found that my husband had taken his own life that day because of this crisis. So, it's been a long, long journey here. But the thing that bothers me about all this, and the reason that I came out here recently, is because Hillary Clinton is going to run on women's issues. That's it right there. It's all going to be all about women. And the supposed bogus war on women charge of the Republicans. And all I can say is Hillary Clinton is the war on women, because what she's done over all these years is enable his behavior. It's never stopped. She never insisted that they get counseling or any of it. She just put up with it. And basically the way she handled it was to go after the women who happened to cross paths with him, mostly innocent women in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it was serious. And we're not all lying. It's all the same thing. We were terrified. And I just don't see how she can claim to be a woman's advocate when she's doing what she's doing here. And it continues. She goes after the women. And I just think there are a lot of young people now who really don't remember that. It's that far, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, who just think that it would really be cool to vote for the first woman president. And they don't know the issues. They don't want to know the issues. They just want to go into the voting booth and push yes.
It's all about being trendy. And I remember, because I was on radio and TV at the time back in the mid-'90s, right through your case in 98 when you went public, backing up all these other women they were persecuting who he'd raped and you named it. I mean, he settled the cases, biting them on the lip while he does it. I mean, that's real Ted Bundy, type psycho type behavior. Is that all the feminists came out, the Dianne Feinsteins and others, and the Gloria Steinems and others, and we're backing Bill Clinton up and saying what a great guy he is. And then now Senator Rand Paul has come out about your case and others. And of course, your book, Target, Caught in the Crosshairs of Bill and Hillary Clinton, available at worldnetdaily.com. Excellent book to give to women, to show them that the Democratic Party establishment, so-called feminism, is under the Clintons, is a certified fraud, in my view. And it's just so disgusting. What do you make of Rand Paul saying, hey, Bill Clinton has no right to be out raising money for the Democrats as their biggest earner, and it's shameful that no one will call him on this from the Republican Party or the Democratic Party. What do you have to say about Senator Rand Paul?
I don't think it was out of bounds at all. What the Democrats and some of the women's groups are trying to do is basically people like us are being attacked. All I'm saying is that Rand Paul, I think he had the right to ask that question. It's not about anymore. It's not about these other issues about what was happening to these women. It's about Hillary putting in place all of these terror campaigns about all these for these women to get rid of them. That's what it's about. I don't want to dredge up all of that sordid stuff. Nobody does.
But we need to. We need to, because he settled cases where, he gets the women, starts choking them, bites them like a pit bull to hold them down while he rapes them. I mean, I guess you got away before he got to that. Pardon me?
It's he said, she said.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, we're all telling the truth, especially Juanita Broderick. She's a friend of mine. She's told me the story, what he did to her. And let me tell you something. This woman is not lying. And I have a lot of admiration for her for finally going on and telling her story. And nobody blinked. And the women's groups, well, the only good thing that came out of that is that we've outed them. They're about one thing and one thing only, and that's abortion. Where are they now? Look at it this way. Look what's happening to me, what was happening to me all that time. And I should have been able to go to Women at Now, all the feminist groups and all, to ask for help, because what they were doing to me on that one issue. But they were nowhere to be found. They still aren't. You can't find them anywhere. And it's like I said, it's about feminism right now is about one single thing, and that's abortion. That's it. Period. They're just not useful anymore. They're just not.
Well, that's it. It's all population reduction, and that's the Democratic Party.
It is. I know it is. But I just don't see how that cannot be an issue here, and because they're all going to try to say, like I said before, we don't need to dredge all that stuff, all that story. I agree. But you know what? They're the ones who keep bringing up. They need to go away, because they're the ones, because they insist on being on the public stage here. Every day, you're going to always hear something about all the stuff that's been going on with these women every single day if she's president. It's always going to be, this is what happened. And the thing of it is that people just need to understand what this woman's about. They need to read about her.
Sure.
They have to listen to the stories.
Sure, I would vote for a woman, and have voted for women that are pro-Constitution, pro-Bill of Rights, that are libertarian. I don't care about political party. If they're pro-freedom and I think that they want justice and that they're people that aren't crooks, I would support a woman, a man, a black person, a white person. I don't care. It's about the content of their mind, their deeds, as Martin Luther King said. But under Obama, you can't criticize any of his corruption, any of the bad stuff he's done, all the scams they've run, Obamacare, the lying, because he's black. And they say, well, his approval rating's down because of racist. And it's the same thing. Imagine if Hillary gets in, if you criticize anything she's doing, you're against women. It's this mindless gang mentality. And I think if she runs again, you're going to have a lot of women line up from her, and it'll go from the gimmick of the black president, the gimmick to the woman president. Do we really want the first female American president to be Hillary Clinton with Cattlegate futures and all the murders, and Vince Foster and all her girlfriends? And I mean, maybe she'll divorce Clinton. We'll have a first lady with the lady president. And I mean, maybe that'll be the gimmick. She can have gulags for gun owners, but she'll be kissing her wife on television, so it'll be okay. I don't get graphic here, but we know all her girlfriends. I mean, is this?
No, that's not. Good point. That's one of the reasons. There are plenty of women out there who are more qualified. Frankly, can you tell me anything that Hillary's done except having a really good way of riding the men's coattails to get to where she wants to get? What has she done? What has she done that makes?
Well, she got thrown off the Watergate Commission for producing fake documents. I mean, she's a criminal.
And let's go back to Benghazi. Okay, that doesn't make a difference here. I mean, all of these things. I mean, she does not. We don't deserve her as the president.
I mean, she's an absolute gangster, and I'm sick of looking at her.
That's my point. Look, she was the first one way back when. Two for the price of one, and the co-president. Well, you know what? She kind of got the co-presidency down. It's time for these people just to go away. Just for the country's sake, just go out with a little bit of honor instead of dredging up all of these things that are going to be dredged up every single day when she runs and when she's in office. Give us a